All right. I hope I'm audible and I hope you guys can see me and you can see the slides. Can someone just confirm if you can see the slides and everything? If you can hear me and you can see the slides, all right, then we'll begin. Just let me know in the comments. Type in yes or yes, I can see you, you're audible. I hope my internet does not lag. It's been lagging too much lately. But okay, I think we are good to go. So welcome everyone to this live session on how to build a strong profile in tech. It's amazing, man. You guys are here to listen to me talk about some stuff related to tech. And okay, man, let's begin. Let's begin. So it's going to be, I'm not even sure how long it's going to be. Probably will be like, I guess 1 hour or maybe 2 hour. I don't know. But we'll try to keep it 1.5 hours if that's okay, or 1 hour. Okay, so let's begin. Let's begin. I'll change the slide. So before we begin with the topic of the day, yes, but you are lagging. I know, man, I might be lagging. I'm sorry, the internet is not working well. Also, we're kind of streaming through 2 3 platforms, so it's a bit laggy, but it's all right. We can manage it. I hope you can hear me well. If you can, then there's going to be no problems. Okay, so before we start, I'll just tell a bit about myself so that you can, rely on the information that I will give you in this session. So a little bit about me, as you can see on the screen, you can read it. I'm founder and CEO of Verved, which is a tech firm. I am 2 times TEDx speaker. Your camera is causing a bit of lagging. Okay, guys, should I turn off the camera? Maybe it's causing too much lag. Maybe we can do it. Let's try. Okay, I've turned off the cam. Let's see if it works well now. So again, about me, I'm founder and CEO of Verved, which is a tech firm, and I'm a 2 times TEDx speaker. I've won a few awards, which you can see: top 50 tech leaders, 40 under 40 most influential Indian, and Young Entrepreneur Excellence Award. And I'm one of the 6 scholars of the Google Venkat Memorial Scholarship of 1920 cohort, and I worked in GSOC in 2019 with Amahi. And I make YouTube videos. So that's pretty much about me, man. There's nothing too interesting about me or my life. But I hope with this information, you can rely that, okay, I'll say something that will be worth your time. And, you will listen to the things that I'll talk about. Okay, so moving on. This is about me, but also the way to define me is I am a victim of my own decisions, which you probably can guess. I am an engineering student, right? I hope सब लोग यहाँ पे इंजीनियर्स ही हैं, है ना? ज्वाइन कर लिया, बट अब हम सोच रहे हैं क्या वो सही डिसीजन था. But okay, let's begin. Let's talk about why are we here. आज हम क्या बातें करने वाले हैं, आज हम इधर कर क्या रहे हैं basically. The title is how to build a strong profile in tech. But what exactly does that mean? Like, it's not like a building, उसको build कर लेंगे. So what does it mean? What are some things that we'll talk about? Let's see that. So we'll talk about exactly what it takes to build a strong profile, to build your profile really strong in the tech space. We'll talk about the exact path that you should walk on to achieve your goals in this industry. And we'll also talk about how you write FANG level resume. FANG, if you don't know, stands for, what does it stand for? FANG has all these big companies. So there's Apple, Amazon, Google, Netflix, and Facebook. But I hope you already knew that. And we'll talk about internships, hackathons, projects, and skills, and much more. Okay, so it's going to be a really packed session. I hope you guys are ready and you don't have anywhere to go. Trust me, you're going to be so benefited from this session. So I want you guys to be here, okay? Don't just be here for a few minutes and then leave, because then it won't help you at all. Everything in today's session is interconnected. So what I'll talk about now will connect to something half an hour later. All right, so just be here. It's going to be worth your time, I promise. And also, there's a bonus contest, which you guys probably know about from wherever you have joined this session. It's basically mentorship sort of contest. I'll talk about it in a bit. Okay, I'll talk about it in a bit. So, this is the personal mentorship contest for you guys. It's free of cost, not going to charge anything. Why I do this is because I just don't want to take webinars and then be on my way. You know what I mean? I don't want to be on my way after taking the webinar. I want to stay connected with you guys. So this is my way of staying connected. I will mentor 3 of you guys, and how I will select that is, as you can see on the screen. Step 1 is please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which you can easily find by just searching Abhishek Sansanwal, or let me put the link in the chat. I'm not sure if I can, but if you can see it, then just click on it. It is in the chat, link above, or you can click on my profile and you'll find it. Okay, so step 1, you're going to subscribe to the channel, turn on the post notifications, and take a screenshot. Okay, take a screenshot and then send it to me on Instagram at iSwiftShake. Why I'm doing this is because I used to say, okay, comment this thing in the comment section, like why should I mentor you? But that's not the right way, because a lot of people struggle with writing when it comes to writing. So that's why I want it to be random, so there's no bias against anybody. So follow these steps, and then I'll select 3 people at random. I will let you guys know. I'll contact you personally, 3 people on Instagram, and I'll help you with your LinkedIn profile, resume building, as well as we'll have a 30 minutes call where you can ask anything. Okay, I hope this helps. I hope this helps us stay connected. And other people, like other than these 3 people, you guys just stick around. I do these mentorship programs every second week. So, every alternate weeks we do this. But now, without wasting any more time, we need to start session. Okay. And this in the past, so you can see I've done interviews with Flipkart, Salesforce, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Apple interns. They're going to be really beneficial for you if you are in the tech space. Okay, now let's begin with how you build a strong profile in tech. Okay, it's going to be really interesting. Now, from my 3 to 4 years of experience in this space, I'm currently in final year. I am a student. A lot of people think that, oh, okay, this guy's CEO at some company, so he's probably old. But I'm a student just like you guys. I'm in final year right now. And these are 4 basic components that I have sort of come up with through my experience of working with tons of different companies, building my own startup, and meeting hundreds and thousands of people around the world. So what are these things? We'll talk about each and every single one of them in details. Okay, but just to give you a look: skills, experience, influence, and network. Okay, skills, experience, influence, and network. And guys, if you want me to, then I can turn on the cam, because a lot of people like it better that way. So just let me know if you want me to, and I'll turn on the cam. If this is all right, there's no lag, then we'll continue. But starting off with skills. So skills kya hoti hain being in the tech space? So being in the tech space is not just about the technical skills. Now, let me tell you, a lot of students think otherwise. They think कि programming अच्छे से आ गई, development कर ली, internship कर ली, and we are all set for our career. But let me tell you guys, you are not. Non-technical skills are equally important as technical skills if you want to build a really successful career in this industry. Okay, so these 2 skills, we'll talk about we'll talk about both of them. Okay, so let's start with technical skills. What are technical skills? How would you define them? So let's begin. Technical skills are basically DS algo, scripting, programming, development, anything and everything that contributes to your field of interest. Okay, like these are the different, you can say technologies or different fields that you sort of work in to get a job, get an internship, to build something out of your technical journey of 3-4 years in college. So just keep this in mind. Okay, DSL Go scripting, we will talk about how you learn these, where do you learn these from, and what's the right approach. We'll talk about all of that, but just keep this in mind. Now, how to learn these technical skills. Now, if I can just ask, how many of you guys are in first year or second year, third year? I just want to know what type of audience we have here. So just type in the chat how many of you, or what year are you in? Okay, just type it in the chat. Let me know. Type it in the chat. I'll continue. I'll keep reading the comments. So please let me know what year you're in. But we'll start with the very basic, because I want to cover all different years. Okay, starting from a fresher, how do you create a profile that will help you land in one of those FANG companies? Second. Okay, so I guess many of you are in the second year, which is cool. Which is cool. It's gonna help you a lot. But if you are in first year, clearly we're going to talk about everything, how to get internships, hackathons, and everything else. If you are in third year, it's still going to help you because you have placements and all those interviews coming up. If you are in final year, amazing, man. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here with us today. It will help you as well. Okay, so how to learn technical skills. I know for third or final year students, this is going to sound really basic and kind of mundane and boring, but I hope you can manage. We have a lot of first and second year people here, so let's just take it slow for them. So the first thing you have to do is start with any programming language. Okay, अगर आपके पास 11th 12th में computer science थी, then you maybe already know C or C++ or Python or one of those languages, right? You already know it. But let's say you didn't have computer science and you're in college, you're just in your first year. So the first thing is to find that one language that you are going to be starting with. Okay. And you have to spend 3 months learning the language, full 3 months. Okay. Full 3 months you're going to spend on learning the language. And let me tell you why I'm saying this, because I have done almost all these programming languages, almost all different fields, and I'll talk about that in a bit as well. But I have seen that 3 months is a pretty good time to start a new technology or language and become comfortable at it. Okay, become comfortable with it. 3 months is a really good time. Now, once you've done that, then you're going to start with any sort of development. Okay, because whatever internships are, whatever jobs are, you're not going to be working in those programming languages only, right? You're going to be using those programming languages to do some sort of development, to make some software, to make automation things, you know. So that's that. And then you're going to spend 3 months learning it. And side by side, you have to start working on a project. And let me tell you, we will talk about this in detail as well. Like, what kind of projects do you work on? How do you get internships? Why are these important? How do you show these projects to your potential employers? We are going to be talking about a lot of stuff. So I hope you guys that are here right now, just stick around, okay? Be here, don't leave. I'm telling you, you'll miss a lot, and I don't want you guys to miss on anything. But okay, so that's how you sort of get started with the technical skills. And then after that, after starting with the programming language and then starting with any development, you're going to keep working on your skills. Yeah, you're going to keep learning things. I mean, it's always about expanding your skill set. It's not like ek cheez kar li and then you just stop, because technology field is ever evolving. Her like third, fourth month, kuch na kuch nayi cheez aati hai market mein, kuch nayi technology or a better version of the previous technology, So you have to adapt as well. You have to keep evolving. You have to keep exploring. You have to keep trying new things. Now, next is, where do you learn these technical skills from? फर्स्ट एंड सेकेंड ईयर वाले बच्चों का काफी ये क्वेश्चन होता है, यार ठीक है ये स्किल्स है बट सीखे कहाँ से, कोई प्लेटफॉर्म भी होना चाहिए सीखने के लिए, राइट? सो and guys, whatever questions you have, we will take those questions at the end during the Q&A. Agar beech mein koi question hai, feel free to type it. We'll try to cover it in between. But just know, in the end, there is going to be a Q&A specifically for the questions. Okay, now where do you learn these technical skills from? First place, online. We all know the best place is online, especially now in this pandemic. So online, you have a lot of platforms. Okay, Udacity, Udemy. There's plenty of good courses, really affordable. Coursera, Lynda, YouTube. In fact, YouTube is like one of the best places to learn from. Everyone would agree, probably, right? This doesn't cost you anything, and there's so many good resources, so many good YouTubers making videos on a lot of relevant topics. But okay, other than these, if you want to go offline, this presentation is like, I guess, a month or two old. Yeah. So, I mean, it's 3, 4 months old. So, I had covered offline in a previous webinar, but now everything is online. Still, you can join the online courses of these offline institutes, if you know what I mean. So, there's coding blocks, coding ninjas, and there's plenty of boot camps. Okay. Online webinars. Please go through English. Okay, we're gonna go through only in English. I hope that's what you mean. Okay, we'll talk only in English. We'll talk only in English. Okay, so these are the online and offline places that you can learn these technical skills from. Now, moving on to one of the most asked questions by you guys. College students have this question all the time. Should we do DSL go or should we go for development? And the only answer to this is you have to do both, period. Okay. There is no other way around this. You have to do both DSL go and development. And let me tell you why. Because development will help you look up the job profiles, right? When you're searching for a job, you don't search like Python or Swift or C++. I mean, you can find jobs by those titles, but the more common are, web developer, Android developer, or machine learning developer, or, AI researcher, things like that. So basically, development will help you look up the job profile, and DSL Go will help you crack their job interviews. Okay, whatever field you're interested in, DSL Go is going to be asked in the coding, in the code writing rounds, in those interview stages. So you cannot leave one behind. You have to balance both of these. Okay, DSL Go and development. Now, a good place for DSL Go to practice CodeChef, HackerEarth, HackerRank. These are some really good places. And also, if you are holding good ranks, you can also get internships and other job opportunities through CodeChef, HackerEarth, and HackerRank through these websites, through these platforms. Okay. Now, next question comes, what about competitive programming? We have talked about some stuff, DSL, Go, okay, development, technical skills, how do you learn? But what about competitive coding? A lot of students want to dive into this. So for this, I just have one thing to say. If you're in third or fourth year, in fact, third year is okay, like you're not too late. But if you're in fourth year, please don't focus too much on, competitive coding, because I believe first and second year is the perfect time. Like you have plenty of free time in your first and second year of college. So that is the time when you should spend the most on competitive coding. Now, that does not mean that you stop doing it. Okay. If you are interested in it, dive deeper into it. As I've said on the presentation, if you like it, keep doing it. Okay. If you like it, keep doing it. Because there's so many opportunities. There are so many competitions in competitive coding. There's Google Kickstart, which can help you land an internship at Google. There's plenty of competitions. You'll know about all of that. Someone's asking how long this session. I think it's going to be roughly 1 more hour, or 1 hour from now. Yes, 45 minutes to 50 minutes more. But just stick around. As I said, it's going to be really worth it. Okay. Next, moving on. There's a caution. Please don't deviate too much from your field of work. I know some people really love competitive coding. I've seen students who did competitive coding in their first year, second year, but then they come to me in their third year and they're like, but yeah, I haven't done any development. How do I get internships? Because competitive coding is all about coding. It's not real development, is it? You're going to be really good at DSL Go probably, but you still need development to do internships and to do projects in. Okay. All right. Now, next we move on to non-technical skills. We have talked about technical skills, which everyone want to know how to learn, where to learn from. But the thing that a lot of people don't even think about is the non-technical skills. And let me tell you, these matter way more than you think they do. Okay. I can tell you a story about this friend of mine. He had internship at Twitter. Okay. He cleared all rounds, all the technical coding rounds. But in the last HR round, he messed it up. He messed up the whole interview and he was not selected. Wonderful coder, amazing competitive coder. But just because of his lack of communication skills, he was not able to crack the HR round. Now imagine, guys, cracking 6 rounds of interviews, 6 different stages at a company like Twitter, and then just to get knocked out in the last HR round. That's so painful. But that is why I'm here to tell you that non-technical skills matter more than you think. What are these? These are leadership, communication, teamwork, management, business. But though not too much management in business, but the first three: leadership, communication, teamwork. These matter a lot as a developer. Okay, as someone in the tech space, these matter a lot to you. Now, where do you learn these non-technical skills from? Now, there's a wonderful answer to this. You learn these from the next three things that we're going to talk about. That is why I said, please don't leave. If you are here, stay. Everything is interconnected, okay? Everything. Now, you learn these non-technical skills from experience, influence, and network. These three things right here. Okay, so that's it. That's all for skills. Do you have any questions on skills? Just type, feel free to type in, feel free to let me know if you have any questions on what to learn, how to do. And maybe I think I skipped one question, which I get a lot, and that is, how do I know what my field of interest is? I mean, if I want to start development, should I go for mobile development, app development? Should I go for web? Should I go for, machine learning? Now, my only answer to that is you have to try. You won't know unless you don't try. I mean, when I was in first and second year, I did web, I did Android, I did iOS, I did machine learning, I did all these different fields until I realized that, okay, iOS is the field that I am really passionate about and that I really enjoy working in. Okay, so the only answer to know what you're really passionate about is to explore, keep exploring. And if you want to know more about it, like what I mean by exploring and stuff, just check out my second TEDx talk. It's by the title Ways to Success, Abhishek Sansanwal. You can look it up. Later on, don't do it now. Okay, later on you can do it. But we're going to move on. We're going to move on to experience. Now, experience you get through these three things. Okay. First is internships. Second is projects. And third is hackathons. Okay, these are the three things that will enhance your experience. Now, starting with internships, the first question people have, how do I get internships? Okay, and now why I am probably like the right person, why you should trust me is because by the end of second year, I done 10 internships. I know that sounds crazy, but this is the question that I get a lot. How the heck did you do 10 internships, dude? But okay. So the thing is, first thing is you should know shit, right? You should know something to get internships. You should know something. I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, if you don't know anything, what are you going to intern in, right? What field are you going to do an internship in? So first thing, you should know something. Next thing is you should have a kick-ass resume to get shortlisted. Let me tell you guys, being a recruiter myself and having been, friends with so many other recruiters at different big companies, I know that no one spends more than 10 seconds. In fact, all these FANG companies, they spend like 6 seconds, and most of the times they don't even read your resume. It's read by their algorithms, right? The algorithms just shortlist your resume and then they give the set of names forward. So there's high chances that even if your profile is great, you're not going to get selected in the first round in the resume screening. And so for that, you should have a kick-ass resume. And how do you build that? We will talk about it in just a few minutes. Okay, next is you should have projects to show off your skills. It does not matter what you write in your resume. I know this, I know that. It doesn't matter. Where's the proof of what you know? Where's the proof? So projects are the proof that you are skilled at what you are claiming to be skilled at, right? That's why you have to have projects to show off your skills. And yeah, that's it. Okay, we have already talked about it, but okay, I guess some people have joined a little late. So for you guys, we are doing a bonus contest. It's one-on-one person mentorship program, which is free of cost. These are the steps if you want to, take part in. I will select 3 people. I'll review their LinkedIn profile. I'll help them with resume building, and I will hop on a 30 minutes call where you can ask me anything about your career, about your, college life, internships, whatever you want to ask. And all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is by Abhishek Sansanwal. You can find it, but here's the link again. And send me a screenshot of you being subscribed to Instagram at iSwiftShake, and then I'll select 3 people at random. Okay, for people that join late, I hope you're good to go with this mentorship thing. Okay, next. The fourth point in how to get internships is you should have experience to show that you have done similar work before. Okay, you should have experience. Now, this is a sad thing, guys. Whenever you go for an internship in the interview, most of the times the recruiter will favor the person that has more experience. But think about this, how will freshers have experience if they weren't given the opportunities in the first place? You know, so that's kind of a flaw in our education system, you can call it, or in however this technical sort of journey works. And that is also the foundation of my company Verved. Like, we started in 2018, and this was sort of the idea with which we started. Okay, next is you should be good at what you do to back up all the claims in your resume. A lot of times you get shortlisted. Okay, resume is shortlisted. What after that? you know After getting your resume shortlisted, there's going to be an interview, and in that interview you better be well versed with everything you had on your resume. You better be really good at all the skills that you've put in your resume. Okay, I hope that's self-explanatory, but a lot of people just add anything at random to their resume, and then they can't even talk one word about it in the interview. That's how they mess up. But okay, moving on. How do you get internship with no experience? Again, as I said, if you don't have experience, it's going to be really tough, right? But how do you get if you weren't given the opportunity in the first place? So the one line answer to that is you're screwed. Just kidding. You have to go for unpaid or low paid internships. Okay, my first internship was with a startup in Noida in first year, and the role was iOS. The role was software engineer intern, and I was the only iOS developer in the whole company, in the whole startup. Okay, but since it was a low, they paid like 1,000 rupees 1 month. Okay, that's so low. That's so low. Okay, but again, I didn't have any experience. So what other option do I have? And that is what you have to do, man. Trust me, there's so many unpaid internships. I don't know why people create so much fuss about it. Like, why are there unpaid internships? Like, come on, man. Unpaid internships are not all about money and the payment and the check that you get. Okay. Trust me, I did 10 internships. I hardly took my salary from two or three of those companies. In fact, I did not take my salary from the first company. I was done with the project, I left, and that is it. You know? So that's why, trust me when I say this, you don't have to always go for stipend. It's okay to go for unpaid and low paid internships when you don't have any experience. And these are also easy to get because they know if you're not seeking any money, they know that you don't have much skills, but you can learn those skills in the internships, right? So therefore, go for experience and money will follow. Next is use your network. When you don't have any experience, your network helps a lot. Okay, your friends, your close relatives, maybe someone your professor knows. Maybe they can recommend you to someone, right? So go for those opportunities. Use your network. Utilize your network to get internships. And now, once you start getting internships, you have to raise your standards with every step forward. As I said, you don't have to do unpaid internships forever. Okay. Once you've done an internship, you have crossed that sort of barrier. Now you have experience. Okay. So the next internship is not going to be unpaid. You're going to go for paid internships. And after that, you're going to go for a better internship at a much larger company, you know? But okay. Now, next is okay. We have talked about how do you get internships, but where do you find these internships? Interesting, right? Let me just sip Red Bull. I have Red Bull with me. I don't encourage, but it's good. It's all right. Okay, I'm back. All right, guys, I'm sorry, I'm back. So, where do you find these internships? Now, I'm going to give you the right and the direct places that you're going to go to if you want to find internships. The first place is Internshala. Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys will be like, man, come on, it's not the best platform because I know, man, Internshala is not actually the best of the best platforms when it comes to finding internships, but it is good for freshers, you know because a lot of companies there, they ask you to do a task before internship, and that itself adds a project to your profile, you know. And it's all right to begin with internships on Internshala. You don't have to go directly to Google and be like, hey, I'm going to apply for an internship at these FANG companies. So Internshala is an okay place to begin with. And then there's Frap. Now, Frap, I don't think they are too active these days, but Frap was an app through which I found my first internship. But I do not think that they are too active. So maybe, you can skip this one. Next is LinkedIn. Guys, this is my favorite place for internships. Trust me, a lot, because LinkedIn is the most reliable platform for a recruiter. Okay. If you have attended my session on any of my previous sessions on any of the platforms on how to build a kick-ass LinkedIn profile, you know what I'm talking about, right? LinkedIn is going to help you so much if you want to find internships. And all the internships on LinkedIn, or at least 90% of them, are actually worth it. Like, they are really good. Companies are really good. I actually got an internship offer on LinkedIn from a company in France last year. Actually, it was this year, but because of COVID-19, the plan did not go ahead. But still, LinkedIn is the best place. You're going to find Google, Facebook, all these companies, they also post on LinkedIn. Next is the FANG career section, the career section of these companies. In fact, I should not just say FANG, man. Most of the companies, like not these top 5, top 6, but top 100 companies, they have their own career sections on their website. And you can find internships and full-time roles on their career sections. Okay, and why that's the best places? Because they are always updated. Okay, you can see when the job was posted. You can see if the job is filled. You can see what new roles are open. And talking about new roles, guys, Twitter University, it's basically like for grad students for internships. So if you want to check out Twitter University, their applications opened on 1st October, and I believe their applications are still open. So go ahead and check out Twitter internships. Just write Twitter University in Google, not now, later on, but just to let you know. And then there's Google STEP program or Google internships. There's Facebook University, all these sites. Just go to the career section and you can find the internships there. All right, next place is events and conferences. Now, I know because of COVID-19, because of the pandemic, there's hardly any conferences or in-person events, but there are online events. Okay, and these online events, trust me, they can help you a lot. They can help you a lot. Okay. Next is cold emailing. Cold emailing, what that means, if you don't know, is basically writing an email to the HR, to the recruiter, or to the company directly, or sometimes to the CXO of the company, right? To the CXOs of the company, that this is my profile and I am interested in this intern position at your company. And a lot of times, maybe they will respond, they will respond. So it never hurts. Cold emailing actually is a strategy that we use in business. And trust me, it works. Okay. In marketing, it works, and it works when you want to find internships and full-time roles as well. But the next is Twitter. Now, I know many of you are not active on Twitter. I know you're not. But if you are, utilize it. Okay. We'll talk about that in, I guess, network or influence section. But if you are on Twitter, man, trust me, 3-4 friends of mine, close friends of mine, they found internships at Apple through Twitter. Okay, Apple is a great company if you want to work, on really cool projects, on really cool technologies. And they found them on Twitter. Because on Twitter, there's almost all these tech guys working at big companies, and they frequently post that this position is open in my team. They don't even say this position is open at Apple. They just say this position is open, let's say in marketing team, in mobile development, in app development team, in Swift UI team at Apple. And then you can easily just contact them, DM them, and apply to the internship. They're going to know your name because you contacted them on Twitter, and then they can also refer you. And it's very easy to get selected that way. Okay. But now moving on to what type of projects do you need to show? I know. People said, people asked like, okay, you talked about you should have good projects to show in your profile, but what type of projects do you have to show? Okay, so the first thing is your previous experience. Like if you have done previous internships, those are actually the projects that you'd like to show to your potential future recruiters. Okay, if you have done any internship, any project, you're going to show it. Next is self projects. This is for everyone, but especially for freshers. When you don't have any experience, you don't have any project, the online courses that you're doing and the YouTube videos you're watching, right? They do projects, like they teach you things through projects. And using that, you can work on your own projects, right? You can cook up something on your own. And that is going to be a good project to show and talk about. You can say that, okay, I was learning this skill. This is how I learned. This is what I implemented. And here's the proof. Here's the project. So I have the skills, and here's the proof of the skill, the project. Okay. Now, where do I show these projects? The best place is GitHub. Obviously, you're gonna make repositories on GitHub or GitLab. Mostly people use GitHub. And then another good place is personal website. Now, this is something that not a lot of people do. Guys, for recruiters, having a personal website is a big plus. Okay, it's a big plus. Like if someone is coming to me just resume, is coming to me with their personal website, then I'm going to prefer someone who has a personal website. Because trust me, resumes are a bit outdated. People still use them, but personal website creates a good impression, right? So if you can, please make a personal website. It never hurts, and it also shows that you're serious about your career. But okay, next we're going to talk about hackathons. As I said, in experience, there's 2-3 things. One of them was internships, one of them was projects. Third thing is hackathons. Now, what are hackathons? If you're in first year, you don't know probably. So I'm going to define them for you. A hackathon is a 24 to 48 hour free to attend. Mostly they are free. Basically marathon of building, creating, producing, and delivering a product in a short amount of time. Okay. Many are competitions, some are more educational, and most have ton of real talented coders mixed in with some newbies. So all these hackathons, they are really worth attending. They are so beneficial. And I'll actually share some clips and some photos of the hackathon I attended last year. But they are a really good place, man, to work on your skills. And trust me, in those 24, 48 hours, we do so much work that we wouldn't otherwise do in 2, 3 weeks. This is something that I've seen in hackathons. Like if I ask someone, can you do this feature in, let's say, 2 days? They will be like, no, this will take me 3 weeks. But in hackathons, they do the same thing in just 1 day. So that's the amazing thing, man. That's the amazing thing about these communities, about these sort of, networking events. And now I know because of COVID-19, these hackathons are online, but still they are worth attending, right? Still, you can make teams, you can talk on Discord, you can chat on Slack, you can share your projects, GitHub, etc. So they are still worth attending. Okay, duration time, please. Let me see, man. So I think it'll go on for 30 more minutes, maybe 30 more minutes. Okay. But be here, guys, be here. And if you want to take part in that mentorship thing, then please subscribe to my channel. I've already posted the link multiple times, but you can just search on YouTube, Abhishek Sansanwal, and you'll find it. Send me a screenshot on Instagram at iSwiftShake. Let me actually type it in at iSwiftShake. Okay. Send me a screenshot there and you can subscribe here. Now, moving on. Why should you attend these hackathons? Now, as I said, man, they are worth it, but let's go with some pointers. First, it is a wonderful experience. Hackathons are always amazing to be at. Second, you get to learn a lot. As I said, in short amount of time, you have to finish a project, okay? If not the whole project, you have to finish some part of the project. You have to implement at least one feature. And through that, you get to learn a lot. And next thing is, because your experience does not matter. Like in internships, they care about your experience. Here, experience does not matter. Your college does not matter. Even your skills don't matter. Hackathons are so welcoming. Trust me. And obviously, you get free food, free drinks, and free swag. And who doesn't like that? Come on, guys. Who doesn't like free stuff? Right? Now, I know because of online, everything happening online, free food and drinks are not currently on the agenda, but you can still get the free swags. But, it's so much more than this, man. It's a wonderful experience. So please at least go to 2-3 hackathons in your college life. And once you go to 2-3 hackathons, I promise you, man, you're going to want to go again and again. You kind of get addicted to these events. I joined late. Please explain again. Man, if you join late, I think you're just gonna have to, when we finish, like don't go back now, but when we finish, just scroll back up to the start of the session and watch it over again. But for now, it's all right, man. It's all right. Yeah, the session is going to be on the channel. Also, subscribe to Devscript, guys. They are doing really good job bringing this session to you. But okay, now this is some photos from the Hack Junction hackathon that I went to last year in Finland. It was a really good hackathon. And the first photo that you see on the left is actually this amazing thing. You put it on your head and it reads your brain signals and sort of makes a poem out of your brain signals. Really good technology. I don't even know how it works, but it was really cool. And this was my team. We had a great experience. And yeah, you can actually check out this little clip here to see like how fun hackathons are. I'm not sure if you can hear it. I don't think you can, but it was a really fun time that we had at Hack Junction. We were the loudest team, having fun, shouting and having fun. It was amazing experience. But okay, we're gonna move on. Now, where can you find these hackathons, right? There's so many hackathons. How do you find them? The best place is to be active in the local community. Okay, be active in your college. Maybe your college organizes some hackathons. You have to be active in your local communities. Okay, you can find a lot of best hackathons. Like the best hackathons, man, Major League Hacking. They sponsor and organize the best hackathons around the world. Okay, so just go to www.mls.io if you want to check out their hackathons. And then other places are LinkedIn, Twitter, WhatsApp groups, etc. Like you get a lot of these posts, man. Just stay active and you're gonna know about these opportunities. But okay, now we've talked about experience, internship, projects, hackathons. There's another thing that adds to your experience, which I've actually put as others. Now, what are these others experience? Let's see. So what the heck others? First thing is Google Summer of Code. For any college student, for any developer, Google Summer of Code is sort of a dream program that they want to crack. I actually worked in Google Summer of Code with Amahi in 2019, and it was an amazing experience. You get paid like $2,000 to $3,000 for 3 months of work. You get to learn so much. You get to work on open source project, and it's so cool. Such a great experience. Similar to that, there's these other open source programs like Outreachy, and there's plenty more. If you want to check out open source programs on my YouTube channel, you'll find a webinar on basically by the title of open source, like path to open source. Check it out. It's all on open source, different open source programs, 10 plus programs. But the next thing in others is scholarship programs. Okay, there's so many scholarship programs by Google, by Facebook, by all these companies. And there's Girlscript Summer of Code. Girlscript is doing some cool stuff, man. They do hackathons, all these different events. They did Girlscript Summer of Code, so you can join that. And then there's Women Tech Makers for the girls out there. You guys, please check out Women Tech Makers. It's really cool, wonderful program. And then there's Google Venkat Memorial Scholarship. Now, I was fortunate enough to get this scholarship by Google in last year. It's basically Google selects 6 students every year who like display exemplary leadership skills and are contributing to the community. And they select 6 people out of thousands of applicants. So it's a really cool program. You get invited to YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, California. You get to meet the CEO of YouTube. You get a scholarship of like 50, 60,000. Plus you get to work on a project with them. It's an amazing program, guys. So just check it out. If you want to know more about it, I have a video on it. Just go to my channel and you'll find it. But okay, guys, we are almost done. I know some people are leaving. Just trust me, it's going to be a little more while. And next thing that we're going to talk about is influence. Okay. For your profile, this is the third most important thing, which is influence, which includes position of responsibility, community, and social media presence. Okay. Let's see each one of them. So position of responsibility. Now, position of responsibility are like chapter lead, teaching assistant, mentor, core team member, event head, president of some society. Like these are our position of responsibilities. And for a recruiter, these are really important. Like they do care about these skills. If you've organized events as event head, if you've mentored people, if you're president of society, if you're doing strategic planning and operations, all these skills are important as well. Someone's asking for a link. So guys, here's the link. If you cannot find the link, I'm commenting it. I'll just say hi in the comments, right? Maybe you can click on my face and it'll take you to my channel, or you can just search Abhishek Sansanwal on YouTube, you'll find it. Okay, someone is asking, did you work only on iOS or some other technology as well in Amahi? So I worked on the Amahi iOS app, right? Now within iOS, I implemented several things. I created internal database using core data, and I made video player, music player. I worked on a few things, man. I worked on thumbnail previews. I worked on I worked on integrating Google Chromecast. It was an amazing, amazing project. Super exciting. Um, yeah, so that's about it. Next, we move on to community. Now, you have to be part of communities like Google DSCs, IOSD, Devscript chapters, all these different communities, you have to be a part of them. It just shows the recruiters that you are passionate about your field by getting involved in these different things, in these different communities. And also, you find opportunities, really, really good opportunities. You work on your non-tech skills. All right. So you learn, grow, and mentor, and then you be active and you lead the community, which again will be connected to the position of responsibility. Right. So you see, this is why I was saying, man, don't leave. Everything is interconnected, everything we're talking about. But okay, next is social media presence. Now, as I told you about like my friends getting internships through Twitter, a lot of people get internships and other opportunities on Twitter. You have to be active on social media. Okay. Now, it is not a must. Like I've seen students who had no profiles, no online profiles, but they still managed to get into Google and those big FANG companies. But it really helps, being socially active, like being on these platforms, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, right? You have to be active. Now, follow pro people in your field. And why is this important? Because let's say there's so many people on LinkedIn that keep posting about opportunities, that keep posting these, different basically posts about how you can learn new skills or different events happening that will really help you and create your network. And about that, we'll talk next. So you're going to grow your social media profiles. And once you grow your social media profiles, you even get invitations for speaking opportunities. You get invitations to be for these like I'm invited today to organize this session. I've given hundreds of these webinars in the last 3-4 months, in fact in the last 1 year, and different cities across India, different countries. So you get all these opportunities, which in turn builds your tech profile. Okay, you meet a lot of people. So this is your actual digital resume. I know we talked about resume, but this is your actual resume. Okay, your non-tech skills, your profile, your how good you are with people, how good you are at communication, how good is your network. All these actually build your digital resume. Oh, so someone's asking, can we show the position which we get in school time? I mean, if you are in first year, sure, because you don't have anything else to put on your profile, to put on your resume. But once you get an internship or two, then just remove it. In fact, no one cares about what school you went to. Trust me. Me as a recruiter, I don't care. I don't even care what college you go to, okay? But a lot of companies, they just want to see your college when you're graduating. They don't care which school you went to, what grades you got, how much your 12th percentage was. It does not matter at all. Right, now we come to network, the last section of these 4 skills that help you build a strong profile in tech. Network, the word network brings you one line in mind, and that is your network is your net worth. I know you guys must have heard this line 1,000 times. It is so cliche, but trust me, from my experience of working with tons of companies, starting my own startup, meeting thousands of people, giving tens, hundreds of talks, I've realized that your network is actually indeed your net worth. Okay. So how do you build your network? Again, 2 places: events, meetups, conferences, and social media. These are the only two places. And especially now in this unprecedented pandemic, social media is your only friend, right? Social media is your only friend. So events, meetups, and conferences, if you do go to some, because with time, slowly, things are going to open up again, right? All these events and conferences, they're going to continue. So when you meet people, don't just exchange your business cards. You have to exchange your thoughts and emotions. What I mean by that is, don't just be like, okay, you are this, let's say, CEO at this company. I am a student. I'm working on this project. That's it. Don't be like that. You have to tell, okay, what are you guys working on? I have these skills. What are you guys working on? How can I contribute? You know. So that's the sort of exchange that you want. Like, no one really cares, man. Trust me, I've been to hundreds of events, and we always exchange our business cards. I don't even know, man. I have two, three drawers full of business cards, and I never even contact with any one of them, because those are just mere exchanges. They don't matter at all. And then you have to attend events that are about your field of work. Now, when you are new, like now, first year students, you guys can attend this session, right? But let's say there's a session on Python, or let's say there's a session on iOS development. If you are in Android development, why would you want to attend that session? So be careful of what sessions you attend. Obviously, if you are interested, you can, but if it's not relevant to your field of work, this is not a must to attend those sessions. Next is introduce yourself, seek opportunities, and bring up your non-tech skills. As I said, your convincing skills, your people skills, the way you talk, the way you communicate, all these matter. Okay, so bring those skills up in this network section. Next, invest in yourself. Now, if you've been sleeping throughout the session, now is the time to open your ears. Guys, people spend 2,500, 3,000 rupees on, watching movies. On Netflix, they spend 1,000, 2,000 rupees, but they won't spend 500 on their own career. Like, trust me, man, think about it. It's so sad to see that people have like iPhones, man, 1,80,000, all those expensive phones, but they won't be willing to spend 10,000 on their own courses, like on the courses for their profile. So that's what I mean by invest in yourself. Okay, you are the biggest investment you could make throughout your life. So trust me, invest in yourself, to work on these projects, man. Learn the skills. Go attend different conferences. It does not matter if it costs you money, but be careful, man. Develop your skills. Work on yourself. Invest in yourself. Now, moving on to social media. We've talked about it. Follow the right people and the right pages. You interact with their content. Like, let's say I post something on LinkedIn. If you keep interacting with my content, if you keep communicating with me, I'm going to recognize you, right? And this is what happens in Google Summer of Code. If you want to crack GSOC, the mentor should know who you are. That's all it takes. It does not matter how good or bad your proposal is. If the mentor knows who you are, if they know that you've been contributing to their organization, you're going to get selected, okay? So that is why interact with the content. If I know who you are, 2-3 months down the line, maybe you can come and intern at my company. Next is build your personal brand. Now, as we talked about why it matters, we're going to skip. Next is resume building. Now, I know it's been 1 hour. Guys, do you want me to cover this? If you guys want me to, we will dive into resume building and I'll share my resume with you. But if not, we can skip this part. But I think we should cover it, okay? We'll take just 2 minutes. Let's just go through it real quick. Now, I've seen hundreds of people applying to different companies. This is the best resume template I have come across. Go to Google and search DD Overleaf. Okay, just note this down, take a screenshot, search this in Google, and then open the first link. The first link is going to be the right one, and then select open as template and fill in your profile. It is so easy. You just fill in your profile, replace the details of the person, and add. It is that simple. Okay, and I'll actually show you my resume. Okay, so let's check out my resume. Just give me 1 minute. I'll share that screen with you guys. I'll share with you my resume. Okay, guys, just give me 5 more minutes. Okay, we're about to finish this. Yeah, I think this is the link. It's in the chat. You can see it. You can open it. You can build your own resume. But I'll just give you real quick. I'll give you some tips on how you can build a good build a kick-ass resume. So let me just present that screen to you. Hang on, present now. Window, I guess. Okay, I think I'll have to share my entire screen, which I don't want to for some reason, but okay. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. I'll share my entire screen with you guys. So there, I hope you can see the screen now. I hope you can see the screen. So this is my resume. This is my resume, okay? Now, as you can see, this, I just filled in my details and downloaded it. It is that simple. On top, I have my name, my website, my email ID, and my phone number. That is it. There's no need to put your address. It does not matter, so you can skip it. Now, in education, as you can see, I have my college, I have my GPA 8.8, I have my expected year of graduation 2021, and then I did a product manager nano degree. I used to be in iOS field. I used to work in iOS field, but now I work in the product management field. So I did a nano degree, so I put it there. And then in links, these are links to my various profiles. These are the coursework. These are the different online courses that I did. These are the undergraduate courses that I took in college, in school. These are the programs. These are the courses that I enrolled in. And then these are the skills I have. See, technical skills, iOS, blah, blah, roadmap planning, PRD writing, user research, all these are about product management. My iOS skills are there. Non-tech skills, bam. Familiar with Java, Solidity, HTML, CSS. These are the tools I use. Okay, so you can see, man, and keep in mind, your resume is of one page. It should be of one page, not more than that. Okay, and this is a perfect resume, perfect template. Trust me. Now, in experience, I've written the first one, Google Summer of Code, worked on Amahi, this and that. Then, all these different experiences that I have. And as you can see, one thing that stands out, these things that I've kept in bold, like 3,000 lines of code, 15, a team of 15, 10,000 students, 500 plus students, So your resume should spit rays of impact. This is something that I've been fortunate to attend a session by Google, being a Google scholar on resume building. So they talked about Google cares about the impact you've done. They don't even care, like these big companies, they don't care if you worked in GSOC. What was the impact, So my impact was I implemented 7 new features. I wrote 3,000 lines of code in Swift, right? I managed a team of 15 developers, designers, marketers. This is about my company. So this is what you should do. Highlight these facts and figures. Okay. And then I mentioned my talks. I given 2 TEDx talks, a few other talks that I gave, one at Tokopedia and IT Kurukshetra. So I've written all of them. And then extracurricular, I create content on YouTube, president of iOS JMSIT, and then I organized a campaign back in 2018. And these are the awards that I've got, right? These are different awards. So you see how perfect this resume is. Just one page, and there's everything that I need to convey to my recruiter. And if it goes through those algorithms that shortlist resume, I have these keywords: roadmap planning, PRD writing. Like for product management, these are the keywords that matter. For iOS, these are the keywords that matter: iOS, UI kit, Swift, debugging, testing, foundation kit, and these are the keywords that matter. So even if it goes through a screening software or algorithm, I'm going to be fine. Okay, and this is the good thing about LaTeX. This is the good thing about this template that I was talking about. Now I'll share the presentation back with you guys. There we go. There we go. See, I hope you found that worth it, man. I hope it was worth it. It's so easy to create. Just go to this link and cook it up. It's super simple. But okay, now everyone with me, we are about to end the session in just a few minutes. I hope everyone is with me. I hope everyone is okay. I hope you learned something through this session today. But these were the 4 things that we talked about. 4 components of a strong profile: skills, experience, network, and influence. These are the 4 components. But there is a 5th component that I haven't yet talked about. What is that 5th component? Let's see. The 5th component is miscellaneous. And that is why I kept it out of these 4 components. Now, miscellaneous, what does it include? Let me tell you, it's in the next slide. Miscellaneous is anything and everything else that builds your personality. Okay. Writing blogs, reading books, writing medium articles, writing answers on Quora, watching interviews, listening to podcasts, reading posts, running a side business, going to the gym, playing sports, basketball, cricket, financial education, traveling, working with NGOs, all these different things that build up you as a person, that build your personality. These also matter, man. Come on, whatever field you are in, you need to have a personality. Okay, that's what people care about the most. Trust me, those four things, these are the five components: skills, experience, network, influence, and miscellaneous, which we have seen what it means. No one talks about this. Trust me, man. I've attended thousands of webinars, hundreds of webinars through my own, learning stages being in the tech field. No one talks about these things. They'll talk about skills, they'll talk about network. But there's so much, man, experience, influence, all these matter. And trust me, how are these interconnected? The more experience you have, you're going to have more skills. The more skills you have, you're going to create more experience. The more experience you have, the stronger will be your network. The stronger will be your network, the greater will be your influence. The greater will be your influence. Again, the more experience you will have. So you see, all these are interconnected. They contribute to each other. They complement each other. That is why you cannot have, zero experience, only skills. It doesn't matter. You have experience, you don't really have new skills. You're going to be outdated. Okay. So all these matter, man. All these matter. Trust me. Okay, next, I guess that is all I wanted to cover. Now, the last line, why I put these in miscellaneous is because I am a strong believer of this line. You can say this is the line which defines Abhishek Sansanwal. Okay, you don't have to build a resume, you have to build a life. The most common mistake that we make, man, these days, we go after how do you build a resume, how do you get a job, but it's so much more than that. You don't have to build a resume, okay? You have to build a life. That is why I say, man, don't just keep working and working. Take break, okay? Go travel. I mean, not now, but you know what I mean, right? Go watch that movie or series on Netflix. Everything matters. You have to grow yourself as a person. That is what matters in life. And actually, this was the title of my first TEDx talk. You can check it out on YouTube. Just search "Don't Build a Resume, Build a Life," Abhishek Sansanwal, TEDx. You'll find it on YouTube. It's a great talk, guys. If you want to check it out, go check it out. You'll be motivated. I promise you. But yeah, now if you guys join late, I guess 2-3 people join late. I'm Abhishek Sansanwal. You can read about me on the screen. This is me with Ozzy Eleonora at Intercon Dubai when I received the Top 50 Tech Leaders Award. Now, these are some of the things that I've done in the last few, let's say 2-3 years, last few months. And yeah, so that is why everything that I said today was from experience, okay? I can go on and talk theory, but I like to talk about experience, real world stuff. And this was the real world stuff, okay? And now, I just don't want to go away after taking the webinar, which is why we're doing a mentorship contest. All you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel. Guys, if you can share the link again in the chat, please share the link again. Just go to my channel, subscribe. There's so many videos that will benefit you. There's so many interviews we did. Okay, interviews with interns at top companies, Microsoft, Facebook, Google, Apple, all those companies. So you can watch them. So subscribe to my channel, turn on the post notifications. You take a screenshot and send it to me on Instagram at iSwiftShake. Okay, note this down at iSwiftShake. Send it to me at iSwiftShake, and I'll select 3 random people, and I will help you guys. I'll review your LinkedIn profile. I will help you with resume building. I will do a 30 minutes call with you where we can talk about what you're interested in and how you can build your own personalized strong profile in tech. Okay. Now, this is a look at the type of videos we've done. You can go ahead, check it out. This Google Summer of Code. Now, this is what I was talking about. What recruiters see in your LinkedIn profile. Okay, building an amazing profile. You can watch that. If you want to, sort of summarize the resume part, you can watch this video and you can watch any other interviews. There's plenty of stuff. But okay, this is all I want to talk about. Hey, Ganesh, what's up, man? Hi, how's it going? Now that is all. Now is the Q&A time. I know it's been 70 minutes. Oh my God. Wow. It was a wonderful session, guys. It was a wonderful session. Thank you so much for attending today. I know it's tough times. Everyone is struggling, but come on, guys. Let's keep our heads up. Let's do the best we can. Don't be too hard on yourself. I know it's hard times, like 2020, not the best year, but come on. Every single day, just do as much as you can. Just put in your efforts. Okay. You can connect with me on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn at iSwiftShake. You can connect on YouTube at Abhishek Sansanwal. But now is the Q&A time. We have talked about everything. What questions do you guys have? What questions do you guys have? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And that's it, guys. This was the webinar. This was the session. We have talked all the different components that help you build a strong profile in tech. Okay. Now go ahead, ask any questions you have, and then we'll end the session. Feel free to message me personally. I know a lot of people, don't really like fancy writing questions on public platforms. But if you have any questions and if you want to contact me personally, I will always respond. I'll help you out. I'll try my best to help you out. You can connect with me on Instagram or LinkedIn. I'm most active on Instagram, than Twitter. So Instagram would be the best place. And also take a screenshot, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon and send it to me, and I'll select 3 people. And guys, let's get it, man. Let's build a strong profile. But okay, if you have any questions, I can answer a few, and then we'll end the webinar. That is all from my side. If you have any questions, guys, just type in the comment and we'll see. It's awesome, man. You guys are here attending the webinar. It really shows that you are passionate about your career. You're already making the moves. You're already making the moves. Okay, so one question. Can I turn on my video maybe? Maybe it will lag, but let's try. Let's try. Okay. Let's try. I've turned on the video. How do you know when you are done with the language? So as I said, man, 3 months is a good time. Okay. You will never be done with the language. Trust me. People spend their life working on languages, like developing those languages, research. But what you can do is just do the basics. Once you've done the basics of any language, then it becomes easy. Because all these programming languages, they are like Hindi and English, In Hindi we say, let's say, mujhe wahan jana hai. In English, we would say, I want to go there, That's what we'll say in English. So it's just like that. The syntax is different, but the crux remains the same. The idea remains the same. Okay. So that's how you will know. What if I haven't done an internship as I am on my final year? Man, you should do, man. You should have internships. But if you have not done, you still have time, right? You're in your final year right now. You still have so many months. So I would say just whatever field you worked in the last 3-4 years, just find an internship. Or you can directly apply through your college for placements. There is always a way to go, but internships help if you want to go off campus. On campus also it helps, but on campus is comparatively easy. Things are not that tough if you just directly go through via your campus to these companies. But okay, any other questions? And don't stress about it, man. Don't stress about it. If you have not done any internships, it's totally okay. You still have time. You're going to make it. Okay, you're going to make it. You still can. And I don't advise drinking Red Bull. I'm not encouraging drinking Red Bull. Okay, not the best drink, not healthy. But yeah, they sent me some, so I have to finish them. But okay. Are participation certificates of hackathons worth putting on resume? No, they are not worth putting on resume. Certifications don't matter. Trust me, people go after these certifications in their college years all these certificates. In fact, Udemy, Coursera, they don't matter, man. Nobody cares. Like, people just care about your skills. Trust me, people just care about your skills. But sure, these certificates, they sort of motivate yourself, you know. But don't be in this sort of confusion that these certificates are going to do wonders for you. They are just for yourself to, boost your confidence, to sort of, if you attended something, here's your reward, here's your certificate, you've done this work, here, take a candy. It's like that. Okay, sure, you can mention on your resume that this is the course I've done, this is the certification I've done, but no one will really dive deep into it until and unless it's like, something that was done over a period of time and at an official sort of boot camp or something. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Yeah, I mean, let's say you're sharing a participation certificate of a hackathon. Compared to you're telling the person that I attended the hackathon, we built this project, we worked on this project, we built a bot, we built this amazing thing. That is what matters. That is what they care about. Okay, that is what they care about. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share, man. If you guys have any other questions, I guess we should end the webinar. It's been almost 1.5 hours. Yeah, it's been 1.5 hours. So I think we can end the webinar maybe if you don't have any other questions. But if I missed any question or if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out at Ice5Shake on Instagram, message me and I'll help you out. Okay. And also, guys, I have like communities on Discord and WhatsApp. So if you want to be in any of those groups, we share opportunities in tech, different events, different internship opportunities as well in our group. I post updates about my YouTube videos. So just message me and I'll add you to those groups. Is putting in resume that I know one language, then I know basic of 3 languages. I mean, see, you're always going to know more than one language. Because see, C and C++, these languages, almost everyone knows these basic languages, right? I mean, not basic languages, but everyone knows these languages. Adding on to that, there are more other languages of your field of work, which is better. Okay, again, let me tell you a different way. Let me answer this in a different way. What job role are you applying for? Let's say you're applying for a job role where the coding is in Python. Then putting Python is more beneficial than, writing that, Kotlin or Flutter. I mean, sorry, Dart or Flutter. Sorry, Dart or Kotlin. My mind, So it depends on the role you're applying to. Trust me, there are these keywords, man. You have to keep them in mind. Okay? For people to just put this in your head, I'll say it in Hindi. जो तुम्हारा फील्ड जिस फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड होना, जिसमें काम करना है, उस काम से रिलेटेड चीज अपने रेज्यूमे में डालो. ठीक है? अगर मान लो तुम वर्क कर रहे हो लेट्स से एंड्रॉइड के फील्ड में, तो व्हाट यू शुड हैव, यू मस्ट हैव जावा, यू मस्ट हैव कॉटलिन इन योर रेज्यूमे. ठीक है? नॉट ओनली इन योर रेज्यूमे, आने भी तो चाहिए यार, वो आने भी तो चाहिए वो, And again, as I said, as in my resume, I put, I know this language, and in familiar with, I've written the languages that I'm not too strong in, like Solidity. I did a 1-2 weeks research in blockchain with a professor at my college. So I learned the basics, but I'm not too well at Solidity. So I put it in familiar with. तो वैसा कुछ कर सकते हो, you don't have to be perfect in everything. And they know it. They understand this. ठीक है, उन्हें पता है. If you are an intern, they know. Like if you are a fresher, अगर 4 साल बाद तुम apply करो full time job के लिए, they know you are a fresher. They know क्या expect करना है तुमसे, So just be honest, man. Be honest about the skills you have, and उसमें अपना best जो भी तुमने किया है, वो वहाँ पे लिख दो resume में. Okay, and I guess my AirPods battery is low, but we have the mic. I hope you can still hear me, maybe. I hope you can still hear me. I'm sorry. But yeah, man, that's it. I guess we can end the webinar now. Wait, hang on. Yeah, so I guess we can end the webinar. If you have any question, feel free to reach out. Okay? And don't stress about anything. You've got this. अगर आज का webinar attend कर रहे हो, I know you're gonna do great things. ठीक है? I know you're gonna do great things. I know you're gonna do great things in life. Okay. So that's it. That's it. Should we end it? Guys, should we end this?